If your feet have that kind of fungus, you might need to get a doctor to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes with the other thing I got to take care of too.
Yeah.
It's okay. But really, all I did was take a shower after you did. It had to be something from your.
Yeah. The doctor said that if I had not been taking showers in the same place that the animals take showers, probably would have been fine.
All right, Shard Hunters, session 124. Welcome to our homebrew campaign. If you see or hear us do rules that don't quite make sense or jive with the full 2E rule set, just go with it. We're just having fun here. All right, GM, give us an update on
Hey,
what's
but
going
I
on.
love your hairy feet.
Good Lord.
uh, we
All
are.
right. Previously, our heroes were out to sea, returning from the explorations of the island nation again, and have finally made it back to the tree and are doing their final preparations. All they're waiting for now is the information to come in about what's going on in the fortress down in the swamp. And while they're waiting, they're doing preparations, crafting things, purchasing things, and getting their skills improved so that they are a little bit better for what they can do next. All right, go.
We wait for reports to come in.
We're just
Hey,
gonna
Core.
sit here.
Hey,
Hey,
You
Core.
said,
I've been practicing. I want you to hear my little flute thingy.
okay.
What? Are y'all gonna go on a date?
Wait, what?
Wait, is that what you're asking me to
No,
do? Are you cheating
This
on
is
no.
like a
Hatala?
Little.
serenade.
No,
It's a
No.
Hatala is
serenade.
getting jealous that you're asking me. You should have
Yeah,
asked
because
her.
Oh,
you
Hatala.
100%.
Hey, I'm sorry, Hatala. Hey, do you want to hear my flute thing?
Yes,
Whoa,
I
you're
do.
asking Hatala to.
What is performance exactly?
it's a skill, so
Wow.
just
The,
click skills.
when you have to ask.
Yeah.
All right, so you said performance actually, right?
Society? I don't
It's
see performance. Oh,
performance.
there it is. Okay, I see it now. Hey! Look, I've been practicing. Okay, I'm a little nervous.
I see that.
It's a lot
You've
better
got
than
your
the other day,
you've got
right?
your mouth on the wrong holes.
It's a lot better than the other day, right?
I
All right.
wait.
Remember
Did you start
when we were
playing?
on the beach?
I'm so glad Nadep's not here.
You play for a little bit, and you manage to make some seaweed fall out of it again.
Well, something's wrong. I probably should go back and practice.
You might want to try it again. That was a really bad roll.
Just give me one more shot. One more shot. A little bit better, right?
All right. This time, you make a stream of seawater come out, and it sprays in Natala's face.
Oh, uh, sorry. That's not what I intended. Um,
I'm really beginning to wonder what you intend.
thanks for listening. I'm gonna go practice.
Okay. So I talked to our new alchemist, and they're really happy. Am I muted?
No, you're talking, but no one's
No,
responding
you're
to you at
good.
all.
No, you're good. We're waiting on you. What you have to say?
I just figured somebody might roll off of that. The tree, the steward and the tree, they said that the cost is going to be negligible because they've already been producing enough, and the alchemist is going to be able to be paid and work. Then they're going to sell potions through Tim's wares through the caravan that we've got. So all of that should take care of itself. And the nice thing about it is, one, I won't need to be bothered to make potions or take time with that, so I can focus on my magical devices. But also, uh, if we need a brew or a potion, we can just send word to the tree and probably get it without a problem.
Basically, the mechanics I'm going to give for this automatically every week, every in-game day the in-game day that passes, he will generate one extra greater healing potion. So that if y'all wait a week and come in there, he'll have 7 of them waiting. And those are basically for free because he's selling enough that this is the bonus he's getting every time he does it. And you can ask for specific potions, and you have to pay the price for making it, but you get a batch of 4 whenever you pay that price. And the price is half the cost. So for half the cost of one potion, you'll get a batch of 4 if you ask him for a batch. So for 100 gold, you would get 4 of those greater healing potions. And he can have those ready within a day every time. Any batch of potions takes a single day.
More potions, the better, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, and just in case you were thinking of it, Core, you can use that thing yourself to make your potions.
I think I missed something when I was talking with Angie.
Your communing potion?
The potion that you need to be able to bring yourself closer to your.
Oh! Thank
So you
you.
can actually use that thing. It costs you nothing, but you get 4 at a time if you use that bot.
Yeah.
By the way, I had no idea what he's talking about until he said communing potion.
Okay. Yeah. I do that.
Okay. So we'll say you made a full batch of them. So you got 4 of those to do your communing. If you want to do it while you're during the off time, we can have that set play out.
Wish I
Yes.
could get closer to my deity by a potion. I have to read and learn. Ugh.
I do that as well.
Oh,
I thought you had to like go hug a tree or something.
oh, I do that all the time. Just so no one's watching. I hug a really big tree and I stand on the back of it so that nobody sees me.
Now that y'all are staying at the tree during the daytime, you are noticing the number of people running around is exponentially more than y'all have experienced in the past. The Orders of Keys members are moving things around, getting things prepped. Supplies have been moving in and out. You've noticed the tree has become a bustling city, actually doing fairly decent profit of everything that's going on. The Orders of Keys people are making enough that they can pay for the things that they're doing without costing y'all anything. And the tree itself is making enough profit that most anything you want for ordinary things is effectively free there.
Unfortunately, war is profitable.
Yes, it is. And currently, thanks to the help that Eve has done with the tree, they have actually created a school for teaching medicinal arts and healing issues using herbalism and actual medical treatments. So they're turning out nurses and doctors for soldiers in cities and things like that, helping them to learn to treat diseases. And basically, the Order of Keys members are using this as like a school for people to learn herbalism, medical treatments, and things of that nature.
Good job, Eve. I knew you had it in you.
Because she had set up working with them a long time ago. And the Anati that she helped ended up liking it so much they wanted to teach others. Oh, and among the Anati tribe folk, they now have a great healer among them who is almost as skilled as Eve, because he realized that he really enjoyed what she taught and he took it to heart, and now he is basically a master healer. While you're there also, you notice the juvenile Goliath spider is already bigger than 2 horses side by side.
Baby grow up.
Maybe grow fast.
Occasionally, you see a forest drake or forest dragon being dragged in and tossed to it by the big spider or somebody else.
Is there an Anati attendant here that we could give the scroll of acid protection to for the glass spider for the battle?
Yes,
All right. Who had that scroll?
a car
That
did.
was a. I had one scroll for
No,
our
I gave
group.
them both to you so that they were in one place.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. So take one of
I'm
those
going to
for me.
remove one of them from you now. You now have just the one.
Okay.
Oh,
Here you
and
go, sir. This is for the spider. It's gonna help protect against acid damage when we initiate the battle.
he says thank you. And the great spider chitters above because it was listening.
We're here for you as much as you are here for us.
You notice the little spider has a couple of fae perched on it, and they're wandering around. They seem to be talking to each other in different language that any of y'all can understand.
Thought the spiders would have tried to eat him.
I imagine it probably did. And that's why the fae
But-
thought it was amazingly fun.
Like, oh, that one was close.
Haha, can't catch me. Let's see.
Is there anything... Edip does his sword planning during the full moon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we planted it not too long ago. Earlier this month,
The
I
new
believe.
moon's about to be today. Or soon.
Definitely don't want him to miss that.
Well, Nita, in the new moon, he turns into a full-fledged werewolf and uses his barrel. Remember?
No. He
He's
turns
the-
into a
he-
full-fledged were-dwarf.
Dwarf.
Turns into a dwarf.
Oh, you're right. You're right. No, he's a
Yeah,
dwarf
only-
the rest of the time, but he's a were-dwarf during the new moon.
Not a were-dwarf.
No, new moon has no
What?
effect on Nidip. Nidip
He's-
turns into a dwarf during a full moon.
That's what it is.
Because he
Full
is a
moon.
were-dwarf. He's not a dwarf anymore. He's now a were-dwarf.
But he's a dog
Okay.
person. He's a
I
pug
thought there
person.
was I thought there was something thought there was something about the new moon for Nita.
No.
I was mistaken. Sorry.
The only thing the new moon does is it makes Core be a little bit more calm about everything because that rage that he has
Yeah,
within him
man.
has
Love
trouble.
it. Let's all sit
existing during
around
full
and
moon.
roast some marshmallows, dude.
I knew there was something about a new moon that was good for the party. I couldn't remember which one it was. Y'all have so many different elements that it's just
And
hard
I
to
say
keep up
we
with
just ask the
everybody.
dragons for some peace. Maybe they'll let us
Yeah,
by.
you know, I think that same thing.
I don't want to
That's-
keep
that's
that going.
good.
Okay.
But to be honest with you, I'm fully tranquil now, so I'm a very tranquil person.
Yeah, everyone has now noticed that a car just gives off an air of tranquility wherever he goes now.
I
So
just
I
know
match your
can be.
energy core. Yeah. We're good, man. Nice and easy, bro.
I feel like maybe Eve's herbology is dipping into something else.
All I had was tea tonight, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is it
No
actually
one here uses a shield, do they? Other than Core, occasionally.
only when I really, really don't want to die?
Correct. Yeah, I don't think anybody has a
Okay.
shield other than core.
Okay.
That's an omnibus question.
Oh, there was like, I remember looking up at like a wooden buckler. Like there's this tree wooden buckler. So it's just like a little small thing, but the magic piece to it is you could activate it and it would form into a full tower shield.
Mm.
You know, I've heard of that. I've heard of that too, but I've never seen it in,
Oh,
in real
you
life.
plant it basically, and it's a tower shield.
So it's in the ground.
Don't remember.
Well, I
It's
only
the kind
asked.
of-
I only
Sorry,
asked
it's-
because I couldn't hold it.
You
Yeah.
could hold it as a
the
buckler.
tower shield,
Yeah.
especially this kind, is designed to be set down and then you just stand behind it.
Yeah. See that I could work with, but if it just grows on your arm, I'd just fall over. So is there anywhere anybody's wanting or needing to visit, or anybody we need to check up on? I mean, we've been everywhere, right? Is there anywhere we could explore? Can we get into, I don't know, the Lonely Mountain and see if we can find an airship? While we wait for response?
I mean, we had some. I feel like we had a. Did we have a portal that we didn't know where it went to?
A good
In
question.
the swampy portal, the one that was
We've-
full of water.
We've been into the one that was full of water. That was
Oh,
That
was
was where you
Gigius's
died.
homeland.
Remember
oh
when you
no,
died?
that's where we
That was
eventually
his
no, that's when we eventually found Midnight.
No, that's where you mostly died.
Yeah, you think you're
You went to the
confused.
basement, came up top, killed the ghouls, then went outside and found the fort, and the crystal exploded, and the Raven guy took all the gem pieces.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no,
that's
no,
right.
no, no,
Okay.
no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
that
yeah.
You
wrong?
need to hit the crystal with magic, with water, and the crystal exploded. It didn't just
And
explode.
I didn't
I was ver-
specify anything
I
about
was
the
very
cause
I
of
was
the
very
explosion.
close. I was very close to said explosion, so I don't really remember what happened.
And
I
so
just
was
know
Eve.
that.
Yeah, Eve was the one that was I was really worried about Eve because she was completely out, couldn't get up. We were having to drag her around.
I can't
Yeah.
believe you drug her by her feet down those stairs. Her just head was just going boom, 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 boom.
Well, I told you I can't even hold up a tower shield. No, what am I gonna do with Eve?
Don't worry. After about like 5 steps, I helped you out, Eve. You know, I picked up your shoulders and helped carry you. I was like, this has
Thanks.
got to be bad for her skull.
I mean, that is one of the first times we saw your uncle. We could always go there, see if your uncle's there. You want to meet your uncle?
It's
I want
probably
to kill my
friendly.
uncle.
Why do you want to kill your uncle? You don't even know him. All you know is he likes death stones, and guess what? So do you.
Well, to be honest with you, all I know about him is that I don't like him.
Why do you? That doesn't seem like enough reason to not.
He's never once gave me a call, never once visited, never once said
A
anything about
call?
him. And then I have to go through this whole thing across the nation just to find out that he's my uncle. Yeah, he's probably not a very good uncle.
But remember, until recently, he was trapped behind a barrier, but you were nice enough to
Yeah.
remove that barrier for him, but you probably didn't tell him that you removed that barrier.
He still
How was I
thinks he's
supposed to do
trapped.
that? I've never seen him actually,
We-
other than floating in the sky when I'm half dead.
We could have visited him. I mean, he kept sending ravens to you. Maybe one of them had a message. Did you
Hey,
check
I
every
tried.
raven's
I
mouth?
tried. We gave notes. We put out money. I mean, I tried. We tried. We tried when we were up in
You
the
and Nita
Deadlands.
kept trying to kill all the ravens.
I didn't try to kill him until
You tried
Nita
to shoot
started
them at
shooting at him.
first, and then Nita tried to make sure they were close enough to hit them all with the multi-chain zap.
Well, Core and I first tried to communicate with the Ravens with a note and a gold piece. That didn't work out well. So it's like, well, maybe if I shoot it. I don't know. I'm still learning my past just like all you guys. I'm learning my story as we're all learning our story. But I'm trying to figure out my past and figure out my future. It's very confusing.
Yes. At some point, a car, you notice something is sitting on your shoulder, and Midnight is staring at it. You don't see anything at all, but something is sitting on your shoulder.
What do you see, girl? What do you see?
Midnight is staring at your shoulder, looking confused, doing the confused bird look. Since she's a chicken right now.
Just reviewing the notes on the portal hub. We did have a portal to Halcyon, the dank basement, but there was also another one that had dark, nasty water tunnel. But we did not
Ma-
know where it went.
Knowing the confusion of some of those things, it could have been the same thing.
Because what I remember from the dark, nasty water tunnel that smelled like poo, we didn't go because Winky was the only one that went at the time.
I feel like this was back in the day when I took good
Oh,
notes.
you're
I would have
you're
trusted.
right. Winky. Well, it's not about taking good notes or trusting what we did. It's
Saying it does.
not about that.
Is there gonna be a retcon?
Retcon.
I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and try to see if I can find those episodes and listen to them because I don't remember.
Well, I know there was one where Winky went through. He came back and he said, "Don't go."
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I'm trying
Yes.
to look that up real quick to see what happened.
That's the one that I was referring to. I don't remember the one that we went to.
The dank basement was
Deadlands.
the dank basement had the gunpowder in it that Neetup exploded, which led to upstairs that he then exploded that.
Well, but we had gotten information from Lestigius that that was his basement.
Yes.
So that we know, that we're sure of.
That's Halcyon.
Yeah.
Because the one that I remember, we went into a basement where we found that stuff, and then we had to move upstairs and clear out the merfolk. And then that's when we came out, and we ended up going to the church.
So
Because
the
that's where
last
I got my snowwalker ability, because we leveled up going through there. And then through that, we came back, and that's where I died. There was a different one where I died, but yes. I don't remember the dank water tunnel portal.
I remember what happened. I just don't remember what was actually on the other side.
it says apparently through the portal here there are very large eels. Waist deep water, very, very nasty water. End result, the key works. We're unsure of where this key actually leads. Then we had a discussion on poop water. Core was reading, Hatala was working on tongs. Then it ends. That was the end of the session.
Which session was that?
That was 49. I'm going to go to 50 and see what information I can garner from there. But
I feel like
Is it weird, Charles, that since you said something was on my shoulder started itching? Is that weird?
That's how it works. Is that one of the ones we have a video from, or did we not start recording at that point?
we were recording then.
Okay. As long as you have that recording somewhere, I need to watch it so I can remind myself what I had done.
Yeah, because if I were there, y'all were recording. 'cause
We
I've never
we
played
did
with y'all
not.
in person.
So the next session we didn't bring it back up. It looks like. So
Yeah, I don't remember we ever went back there.
I distinctly remember a Winky coming back and being like, "No, no, don't go." But I think part of the problem is that he went, and when we did a just Winky and getting what was happening, so it may not even be in the session. Actually, I can find out.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that was all done in a whisper.
That's what I'm worried about right now.
Well, I will come up with something good for that because I don't remember what I originally intended. I'll just make something new and say that's what I originally intended.
What's insane is that was session 50 and we're at 121. That's a long time.
70 sessions.
Well,
ago.
49.
Holy
It's at the end of 49 is where it would be. Sorry.
Almost set. Yeah, like 70 something sessions. 74. And to give the viewers perspective, that's like what, 2.5 years for us? Since we do a session a week and sometimes we have people off, so we skip a week. We did have B team for like 4 sessions. Somewhere in there.
Never went with him.
I think we had split the party at some point. Yeah, we had
Core.
split the party. Yeah, I saw it. We had split the party, and I know we were doing something, and to have something for like Winky Need Up in a car to do, they were checking that out. Uh, a car? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Why?
You're looking a little blue, like a blueberry blue.
Yeah,
I
you
run to go
are.
find the
You
I run to go find the nearest mirror.
You got a mirror in your pack. Everyone does.
Pull out a mirror. Whoa!
Yep, you're starting to turn blue, and it's like flowing in, coming up your neck.
Well, that's new. Do you think I have? I feel fine. Should I be concerned?
You're fine. Let's move on.
Oh yeah. Well, I trust Eve.
Yeah, so during the video session, when they are down there, we cannot hear them.
I'm sure Winky won't remember that.
I mean, he was a tiny child. Like, you look at the video and he's
Yes.
a tiny child. So
Yeah, so whatever I originally planned, if I can't find my notes for it, I'm just going to make something new for it. Okay.
All right, to car. So, are,
did we notice anything on his shoulder, or
Nope.
did you say anything about your shoulder?
He's looking at it oddly and was scratching at it for a bit, and the chicken is staring at him.
did you visit a candy factory recently?
Excuse me. What's candy?
There's candy.
Sweet stuff.
Yeah.
I don't eat candy. I've never really heard of
I don't
candy.
eat. Yeah, we know you're dead.
I like bacon and eggs and
Never had
greens.
honeyed almonds?
Is that candy? I just thought
That's
it was a
hype.
protein. Thought it was a sweet protein,
What's a protein?
like meats.
Meat tea?
Good news. You're not that blue anymore.
That's true. I agree with Eve. You are not blue anymore. You are.
Yeah, you're orange. You glad you're not blue?
I'm orange. Am I a rainbow?
We don't know.
Currently, there's
You know,
waves of different colors going up your face.
as concerned as I thought I was about to get, I'm beginning to remember now that the Fey activity in the tree has been very high, and they like to mess with us. So that would be what I expect is occurring here. You have a Fey on your shoulder, and it is making you turn colors.
Oh, cool.
So
I like
laugh. Ha ha ha! He's orange.
No, stop! Don't stop laughing. I want to keep him on my shoulder.
You no longer feel anything on your shoulder, and he starts to return to normal.
I wanted to be multicolored.
But
You wanna be
currently, the
like
chicken
Winky?
is starting to glow like a torch.
I reach into my backpack and pull out some ink and I toss it in a car's face. There, now you're a different color.
But it's not the same. Okay, it's not the same.
Do I hear little giggles?
You feel several things hanging off of your horn.
You have a what? Oh, yeah, they would. That's gotta feel weird.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Weighing my head down a little bit.
And while he's moving around, you'll all see them, several small Fae holding onto his horn like they're riding a horse. And then they fly off. They're all laughing and they're happy.
We have done
From what
a.
you can tell, they look like juvenile sprites.
I think the measures we set up to keep the Fae out have failed miserably. Where?
So wherever you go now, you currently have a torch walking with you.
Torch?
The
Hey.
chicken is glowing like a torch.
Don't leave. Don't leave, my friend. We enjoy the light. Midnight, come up here.
Has it been blessed by a deity? Should we start worshipping the holy chicken?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
go
pretty
ahead.
sure it's Faye. Pretty sure it's Faye.
Yeah, but go ahead and worship the chicken.
I mean, if
I'm
you want to
before.
worship the chicken, it's going to be on
Well,
my
it needs
shoulders
to
while
be
I stand
fully
tall.
set up as a full-fledged religion that we're starting here, but I think if we act quick, we can set up a cult. I mean, a religion. I'll whisper though over to Akar. You know, it's just a light spell, Akar. That'll probably wear off in like 8 hours.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm using it while we can't. Be trigger sensitive. I'm using it while we can. I'm probably, I've seen Needup's light spells, and this seems very
I've got a
familiar.
conundrum here. The collar that you get Midnight to wear brings its size down a class
Oh,
and into something less harmful. Because Midnight is big as a horse now,
can't be.
Midnight can't turn into a chicken anymore.
Yep,
I'm
that would make
I'm gonna
sense.
debate that. I'm gonna say right now, Midnight is not a chicken. Midnight is actually an ostrich, or some other
Hey,
bird.
Core,
It's
you
a
want to
bird.
test your
beside a
theory?
person.
So, hey guys, Core came to me
It's not big
earlier.
enough to ride.
He asked me if I could ride a ostrich. Let's try it. Slump. No, can't ride an ostrich. Theory debunked.
Are actually, you know what? It would actually be a better sizing. An emperor penguin.
Hey, I love penguins. I love penguins.
So it's a 3 foot tall penguin.
You're muted. You're
Yeah.
muted, Core.
I was thinking like a really big angry goose.
Oh, a goose. Yes, I've changed my mind. Midnight is now a goose, and occasionally
but
does untitled goose game things towards you.
I really like the penguin. Stay muted.
Thank you for letting me know.
Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Hey.
This is all fair.
Core,
Actually,
we were supposed to make a fire sword for the huntsman.
Don't know how to do that. Well, yeah, we can do
do know how
that.
to
I
do
do know
that.
how to do that. I'll have to get Nidep to help me with that aspect, but I can get that taken care of this week. We
I can keep the
might
forge
have time
going
to
if you
deliver
guys
it,
need.
depending on the reports come in. That would take a lot of time, though. We don't have a portal all the way up there.
okay, sorry. I found a better example. So here's the
He
example.
was okay with it taking a little while. It's just, if we just at least get it made.
Yeah,
That's
just
all.
get
That's
it
all contained right in here.
This is what Midnight turned into.
Please be a penguin. Please be a penguin. Please be. That's not a penguin.
Emperor bird. Very colorful.
Yes, it's a medium-sized bird.
I like that so much more than a penguin. Yes. So much better than a penguin. Because then it looks like I have a cape, and I don't. It's just a bird.
Basically, it looks a lot like a peacock, just without the big fantail. It's like a peacock and a chicken wet crossed together.
I love it.
Why did it cross the road? To get the core shoulder. I mean, a car's shoulder. Ah,
Court, do you want her? Do you want her on your shoulder? I can put her on your shoulder.
how does it change the weight?
No, it's still a medium-sized creature, so it's almost as big as a car.
Yeah, I could probably do it, but I'm going to
It's
pass.
probably like Hatala. It's probably as big as Hatala.
I've given Hatala piggyback rides plenty of times.
Yeah,
Well,
you're strong
yeah,
enough.
yeah, and you have that lifting belt. You don't have any problems.
Totally.
I have mine too. That's why it's not a problem.
Still pretty good though. I don't need the bird.
You don't want
Sorry
to look like a pirate.
Distraction there.
I get it. I get it. You don't want to look like a pirate. I understand.
I just don't want her to bite my ear off.
Sir, has Midnight ever bitten you when she was a chicken?
I think so.
Midnight.
Midnight's mostly just pecked a car.
Midnight. Don't be go pecking our friends.
All right. The Anadi tell you that you're requested in the meeting room.
We shall proceed.
I now need to get a pirate hat.
Tricorn.
Yeah. You gotta get me a
Okay.
tricord.
All right. When you get to the meeting room, you notice one of the goblin emissaries is there.
Hello.
Greetings.
Did you find anything out fun?
We've gotten word back from our scouts. They are beginning to sneak around the other side, trying to go wide from the territory so that they don't go directly in case the attack comes soon. But we have basically scouted the area between the beginning of the swamp and the castle in the direction of the forest. It looks like most of the monsters in the area are not there. There are a few swamp-based creatures here and there, ones that the dragons encourage, and the ones that they allow. They allow most monsters passing through, so there is the possibility of any ordinary swamp creature being found occasionally, but they don't live in the area. Especially not anything intelligent. Most of those have gotten long far away. The ordinary creatures mostly are there to feed the dragons. They let most monsters through, although they did try to eat our scouts once, but thankfully they managed to hide.
So what ordinary monsters or creatures that we're facing, because we will have ground troops.
Well, most of your ground troops are not to actually engage inside the fort. They're supposed to basically pretend like they're attacking the fort.
Okay, so this is inside the fort. Okay. I thought this was
They're
like
not talking
the
about inside. They're talking about the swamp itself. But the idea is they are a feint. They're not actually going to invade the castle.
Trying to draw them out.
Yeah.
Yes,
they're
I
going
wanted to make
draw out all the dragons.
Yes, so I was making sure that our ground troops coming in to attack the fort, when coming across these creatures, know what they're coming up against.
But they're not
Is-
going to attack the fort. They're going to the edge of the swamp like they are going to attack, but they're not actually going into the swamp to attack.
Okay.
Basically, they're a ruse to make the dragons think it's more important.
Okay.
The main task is actually to have our dragon allies take out their dragons, and then our big Goliath spider to take out their queen.
Have,
And then we have to go in and mop up anything left behind.
have you seen any
Yeah, I
signs of the human slaves or of any of the slaves?
We occasionally see new slaves being brought in. Most of them are coming from areas around in the Beastlands and from other areas. Occasionally, a dragon will come flying in. One of the reds from the south will come in and bring prisoners too. They seem to have some kind of trade agreement set up with the blacks. Particularly, there's one mean red dragon that keeps showing up and dealing with the black dragons.
Like really, really, really big.
I mean, it's a dragon, so I don't have much reference. I've not seen many red dragons before. It's bigger than all the black dragons, except for the biggest ones that are inside.
Okay.
But it looks like every time it brings in some new people, the queen gives out something to it, some form of treasure. I'm guessing maybe some of the loot from the fort.
Okay.
We do know they occasionally deposit a body outside. Something that they don't want to eat, they just toss it into the swamp. But we don't know anything about that because that's mostly being just tossed over the railing.
Is it swamp just? I guess it just disposes of it. It's not like they're feeding something, right?
No, most of the things in the swamp don't seem to want to eat it either. The only thing I can tell you about them is most of them have been blackened and desiccated. Looks like some kind of horrible magic attack.
Okay.
And not often are they in one piece either. Well, remember, if it is an ancient stone door and any magic is used in it, it tends to rebound. Because you had the fool cast a big spell once, and shocked himself. But basically, they give you enough information that combined with the information from the Thieves Guild, you now have a fairly good. Basically, Hatala can draw a rough map using the information you've gotten to show the exterior of the fortress now. For about 2/3 of the fortress's exterior, except for that backside, which they're trying to go towards now. And the goblins do admit that they have seen signs of the kobolds in the fortress, so that they know that they are inside and they are not being harmed. But you're still waiting for word from the kobolds. Or not kobold. Yeah, kobolds.
Atala's working on drawing a rough map to show us the way back in.
We can kind of
Yeah.
plan out where we're gonna have the attacking quote unquote army. And did you see any other entrances, or do we need to wait for the kobolds to maybe find a secondary entrance?
Well, y'all
Or the
been
sewers, right?
You've been told about that secret entrance,
Okay.
and the goblins have confirmed that that entrance is there.
Okay.
And they did confirm also that it doesn't look like anything in the castle is using that entrance. It does look like it is still unknown to them. But that doesn't mean it's actually unknown, because these dragons are smart enough to fake that.
Okay.
But
Well,
thanks to
what
the
concern-
information, thanks to the information they gave and the information that the Thieves Guild gave, you do have enough information to put that on the map where the location starts, and you're going to have to sneak for a good full day through the swamp to get there. Which means odds are you need to sneak there before the attack starts, otherwise you won't be in position to raid the castle while the attack's going on.
Well, I can sneak at full speed, and I have party sneak. Would that affect anything?
it would help with you leading them to sneak, but you also have magical abilities that other people could do. Like there's invisibility, there's potions, all kinds of different ways. We've done it before. If y'all needed to, y'all could shrink everyone down and carry them again. Because y'all did that
Nope.
previously. The only risk of that being these dragons are much more powerful creatures, and there's a chance they might detect y'all using too much magic. So using manual ability to sneak might actually be safer, but you have to balance that with more likely to be caught sneaking. Especially if anything flew overhead while you're moving.
Yeah, so that's why I'm wondering is since I have full capabilities of movement, does that apply to my party members or does that just apply to me?
That just applies to you.
Okay.
So you still have to go at their speed while
So
leading
if y'all
them to the sneak.
so if y'all go small and ride my back, I can sneak at full speed.
But then we have 6 people using magic to be small, more
Agreed.
detectable.
Yep. So are we doing the long day thing?
I think we need to take our time.
That sounds plausible. That's feasible. We can do that.
Yeah, like y'all could use magic to hide yourself if you wanted to hide during the however many days it takes to get to the edge of the swamp, because that's going through plains, which makes you fairly easy to see.
Well, I'll teach you how to sneak across the plains.
And you won't be able to bring the wagon because you can't sneak the wagon.
Yeah, I can't sneak the wagon.
But y'all generally, while you're crossing the plains, y'all could use as much magic to do that as you want. And that ends their report. Thanks to the intelligence they've gathered, you do now have a fairly accurate and up-to-date map of the exterior.
I am slightly concerned that the kobolds may not come back.
Why is that?
I don't know the abilities of this fortress, but I am worried that they may or may not have been turned to the dragon's appeal.
What?
To the evil black dragon? They
Yes.
would
I, I
enslave
don't
him,
I
I
don't
would
I
assume.
don't know what but I don't know what powers that she possesses. So I am concerned
Well,
because they were to get deeper in the fortress than any other. So I have a slight concern that
well,
they may or may not be manipulated.
Eve, do you believe in the power of friendship that you have with Steve?
Yeah, Steve is not turning on us. He would die first.
Okay.
So let's
And
hope he's
That
not
makes
dead.
me
all the kobolds that went in are the elites of their kind. They're all the winged ones.
well, that makes me feel better.
And
However,
Eve's helped them out a lot. I mean, they really like her.
I'm not saying that they would intentionally turn on us. But I am concerned because they were supposed to be our deep spies, so I have a
Um,
slight concern
we might
because
be
it's
able to
been a
get
while
like a
since we've heard
Well,
from them.
so
a
I
potion
mean,
of
you
like
weren't you
shape
weren't
change,
with
like
us. I think the problem is that he wasn't with us in the Lonely Mountain,
yes, the
and he does
labyrinth.
not understand how good the kobolds are at not being detected. Like we didn't know they were there. They completely took Eve,
Yeah,
and we didn't even know
we
for a
thought she was
while.
just
Yeah,
done.
and
Oh, wow. Yeah,
so
that's pretty.
I'm not like I don't know if I'd worry about them as much as you are. I understand the concern to a certain degree, but they have pretty good capabilities that, like, they are innate magical beings. So
Oh, okay, good. It's just it's been a while since we've heard from him, so I was kind of
Talking
a
about
little
the
bit
Golden
worried.
Mountain reminded me of the inspection mirror or inspection glass to see the
the amount of
did we go through and check everyone in the tree in the town that we have just to make sure
check
we're pretty safe, don't have
to
infiltrators?
see if they don't have any Quel'Ath in them.
Exactly.
It's a good idea.
That's a very good idea.
Good setup. Even just a post that everybody walks through. Wouldn't even
I mean,
have to.
yeah, the dwarves used it at one of their entrances. So, like,
Right.
to give the example, you could have it sitting right there before you go in. Before you leave the portal room, you have to go through a guard with that. Because most people come in and out of the tree through the portal, not from actually walking across the countryside.
And then we shouldn't make an announcement of it because there's already a guard there. There's already somebody there. Just put the mirror there.
We'll just
The
say
little piece we have.
it's like a in case someone has like a cold or the flu, it's just a shield to help block it, you know. It's just sitting behind a little screen.
Maybe. I don't. Whatever. Uh, just uh, just put it there and then let the person who's guarding know. We can go set it up probably right now.
Okay.
The goblin's like, if you're done, I'm gonna head out.
Okay, thank you.
Unless you
Thank
need anything
you.
else.
There's no other creatures we have to worry about in the swamp? Are we gonna be able to, if we sneak a whole day, are we gonna be able to, like, are there,
You may, being a group of adventurers, you may have to fight something. Most of the creatures ignore goblins and things like that. Most creatures aren't concerned with us. Most people
Okay.
ignore us where we go.
okay. I was swallowed once, and I don't want to go that again.
There's no large predators that we've discovered.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure those were all either scared away or eaten by the dragons.
okay.
And as he leaves, you see one of the Anati walking by. Oh, y'all are here. Greetings.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
I have a report to give.
Oh, okay. You may proceed.
Yes, we're keeping y'all up to date on things that are going on, and just so that you know, we did have a rash of the plague come through the tree, but there seems to have been only one person who had a fatal issue with the plague, and they were already old and sick, so it was not to be helped. But we did only have maybe a half dozen or so people that got the more visual effects of it, and then everyone else just seems to have gotten sick and then got better thanks to the treatments here.
Are those who were changed physically, are people treating them okay, or is it created some kind of rift in the?
For the most part, they're not really concerned. Y'all have given a lot of information about what's going on, and it doesn't seem like the Orders of the Keys people are being treated any different, even though they were afflicted like this. Although they have taken up residence in their own bunkhouse for fear of being ostracized. They don't want to basically push it too far, I believe is the term that they used.
Okay.
And one of them even said he wasn't surprised this happened. I don't know why. You might want to ask him.
Okay. We'll go check with them. Are they in that bunkhouse? Where's that at?
At the base of the tree.
Okay.
He tells you where it is.
At the blacksmith area?
Well, the village that they created down there.
Oh,
Technically, the blacksmith's house is now part of it. So you're not wrong.
yeah.
But yes, that's all I have to report now.
Thank you.
And also, the Fae have been more active, but have been less harmful. So that is good. Whoever you talk to seems to be keeping them from being as annoying. In fact, they've become a little more in public with it, even to the point where some of them have joined with the kids playing games out in the open, not hidden anymore.
Kind of cool.
All right, and so he leaves. So what do you do?
I think we want to go check out these folks. This particular one that wasn't surprised it was going to happen.
Okay. For your listing for the portals, number 9 is now straight to the village.
Okay.
She put it in there as scrape.
Straight to village.
Yeah, basically, the Order of Keys paid Devi to try to make his first production key, and he did. It's currently prohibitively expensive to make them, so you can't make more right this minute. But he does know the manufacturing technique to make them.
Yeah, he said he was getting to the point where he'd figured a lot of that out.
Yeah, this is basically a really, really expensive prototype, and it works. Basically, it costs 4 times what it would really cost to do. But it saves the Order Keys time so they don't have to walk down the tree anymore.
Does the... We just have a door in the wagon, right?
Yeah.
Does
Yes.
Tim have a portal in his wagon?
He
Yeah.
has one in his wagon.
We set up the permanent one in his, the one that we were able to set up
Make a note.
there.
I'll put that
And
as...
then
Both of those go to 15.
Oh, return portal. Okay.
Remember they're the same key.
Okay.
you just don't want 2 people walking at the same time because then they'll merge into one. And, you know.
So
you
if
don't
they're
know what's
like,
gonna
if we're
happen.
like 2 level 12s, could be merge and be like a level 24?
I think it kind of loses a little bit of value. You might be at a 20 or a 19.
But would we then get like a Goro set of like 4 arms
It was
where we
inside
could
out.
use more
And it
weapons?
exploded.
Yeah, and then it exploded. Yeah, that's probably more what would happen.
That is a lot more of what would happen. Just don't go in with a fly.
Oh goodness.
Then your teeth all fall out.
That movie was so creepy. Okay, you take the portal and head down to the village, and it doesn't take you but a few minutes to find your way. And you find the house, and you see a couple of demon-looking people sitting there. They're outside working on some crafting things of their own.
Gonna prefer to eat. Your besties. Or no, these
These
demons,
people
not
are,
devils.
These
they're
are
not demons at all. These are people that
No.
have been affected by the plague who
Oh.
got demon changes to their bodies.
I'm not really friends with people,
It's
so
a minotaur head, right?
It's our head. It's just the head, Core.
But I still like Eve's answer better.
I'm gonna tell Steve.
he's
That-
not a person. He's a kobold.
She's not wrong.
I'm just friends with,
Creatures.
like, yeah.
She has to have them kidnap her in order to be
She's
friends.
just a walking Stockholm syndrome. Sorry, Eve.
Fine.
Okay, but you find them sitting around. And they did give you the name for who it was that was said he wasn't surprised.
Okay, so we're gonna go to that person.
Again, you just see two of them sitting outside.
Oh, I thought they gave us the name.
No, the people upstairs gave you the name of who it was.
Oh, okay. Hello there.
Greetings.
How's it going?
Pretty decent. I figure you guys wouldn't care about this, but you know.
No, we understand, and we know it's not something that you chose, and hopefully not something that you're trying to hide. But also, there's not much you can do about it. We understand that.
Yeah.
We did hear of, I say his name. We're curious about what connection.
Hold on. Hey, come on out. And that guy comes out. Yeah, what you want?
We were curious about why you knew you would change with the plague.
Theory, and at least in my case, I believe it's right.
What is,
There's a legend in my family about great granddaddy. Supposedly, he was born naturally with horns. Something to do with his daddy having a dalliance with a stranger who may not have been of the human persuasion.
so you already had demonic origins or connections?
It's the legend. No one showed any signs of it.
I mean, I
But
guess
there
that makes
there
sense.
have been legends of those being born in our family line as a tiefling.
Thank you. I know. I was just messing with you. I wasn't expecting you to get me any either, but thank you.
You're welcome, Makar.
Actually, since only Squirtle's the only one there, so you're welcome, Squirtle.
Yeah.
Or welcome Makar's chair. I'd accept that one too. So, again, my theory is that those of us who have that blood probably have the physical expression of that. Yeah, I was studying to be a sorcerer, but I didn't quite have the talent for it. Although now I found I do have the talent for it.
Did that change after this?
So I said, I
Oh,
failed
sorry.
the test previously, but now seems that I can do it all. So I'm right now practicing to become a sorcerer.
I think that'll help us in the future. This world needs more people who are powerful and of good heart. Why are you smiling so much, Cor?
I added Squirtle to the feed.
I was like, that was way too big of a grin for normality. It's totally
I
there.
feel like I missed. I feel like I've missed something.
It's just in there. Squirtle, hello.
We heard you talking, and therefore we started talking to Squirtle.
Sorry, I was talking to my wife, so yeah.
Oh, we figured it out.
But I was debating on whether we should respond to Squirtle or to your chair, because they're the only two things in the screen.
Sorry. I didn't think y'all could hear me way out there.
We only heard one word, really.
There wasn't a lot.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why.
Wrong mic. The Discord's using the wrong mic.
Yeah, I think so.
How do you spell sorcerer? Because it ain't
Let me
working
go
for
and
me right now.
Fix that real quick. I'm just glad y'all didn't hear me when I was peeing.
I mean, it might be in there. We probably just weren't listening.
I'm glad we didn't have a naked gun going on right there.
He always took a fart machine on a lot of talk shows. Right.
Yep. I love Leslie Nielsen. He is hilarious. And the fact that he went from straight man to funny man, that is just the best thing in the world.
All right, so yeah, I think that Windows has found a way to make it annoyingly enough that I have to pay $200 for Windows. They keep changing. They even go on in and change my defaults of my stuff. So I had it where it was default to this, but yeah, now I think Anyway, they've changed all my settings every time they update, making it difficult for me to actually use it without actually paying $200 for Windows. It's been 3 years, man.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot when we were talking about previously when planning for this raid, favors and things like that. Eve is owed a favor, isn't she?
From the
From her
demon?
friends.
Yeah.
And aren't all of y'all owed a favor from that boss demon that y'all let out?
He basically said he'd help us out almost like whenever. We're like Eve is besties with him.
Yeah, that's your bestie, bro.
I'm trying to remember that guy's name. I always forget it.
Oh, I just looked at it too. It's like Baz Thrill or something. That's wrong, but
The
it's
one from
very
the
close.
Crystal Caverns?
The
'Cause
one
there's
that's
two.
been following us around.
The
Not
one
the
that's been
big bad
following
guy.
you is the smaller one, and then his boss is the one from the Crystal Cavern.
Yeah. Whose names I can't remember either, so.
Let's see. Let me open up my note real quick just to make sure I don't have that one written down. Pretty sure I did for the notes
Like
for the
I think it's
island.
Baz something.
Yeah, because I think I called him B-Doc at one point in time. I don't know why I did that. May have been a crossover between
I
real
don't think it's
life and...
Maz Guinness
Oh,
was
no,
the
it's
boss.
definitely not B-Doc.
Maz
Sorry.
Guinness is the boss.
Yeah, Mask. Jubrin was the Violent Temple Guard. Does that help at all?
Oh. Sadly, when I was taking notes, I just called him Eve's Demon Bud. I probably have his name somewhere else, but
Personally, I keep wanting to call him Charon, but I don't think that's right.
shut up and sniff it. Maz Ginnif, Demon in Crystal
Boyata.
Grotto, breed.
Boyata.
Boyata.
Yeah, B-Doc.
I think what was
Yeah,
throwing me off is I had a bunch of lines drawn from Amaya said Eve killed Adria, but then there's like, no, it was backwards, and then like, is that wrong? And then I got a lot of scribbles there that was drawing my eye, and I didn't quite look to the proper place for Boyata.
And it's funny because Boyata, that's one of the words sitting on my desk. 'Cause that's the name of the stand that holds up my laptop.
Wow, where'd you
Really
come
liked
up with
the
that
name,
name?
And I was like, that makes a great demon name.
Yeah?
but it's just a brand of laptop stands. Yeah, so basically, y'all do have a favor from Maz, and and Bayada is basically giving aid at just about any time, as long as
That's
it's not
what it
something
was.
major.
Can we turn Maz Gineth loose on Gibran?
You might be able to, but that would also mean releasing Maz Gineth into the library.
No, Gibran was that mean
Oh.
temple guard guy.
Oh,
I don't
I
know
thought
if
you were
that's
talking about the
worth it.
Lich for a second.
He's got a name, so he's just gonna use it now. It's gonna be like that Scooby Doo kids one where he was always just saying, "Oh, it's that one guy." I can't remember the guy's name, but every time Fred was like, "It's that guy."
Oh, Red? It was
Yeah,
Red?
he had like red hair, and it was because the
And
very
then it's like
first
it's a
case
red
they ever
herring every
did.
time.
Yeah, the first case they ever did, it was him, and so Fred every time is like, "It's him," and they're like, "No, it's not him again."
No, Fred's not the brightest.
Definitely not as a kid.
Although I do absolutely love it when they did the whole Shaggy can beat anyone up.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I don't remember that one.
No, it's not in the episodes.
It's
It's
not.
based. It's a power level thing. It's like
Yeah.
because of
Oh.
the like something happened in one, and they were like, "Oh, Scooby's just stacked. Like nobody can handle him." Fucking find
Scooby
it.
or Shaggy?
Shaggy.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Shaggy's always
Don't
carrying
rewind the video.
Shaggy's always
He knows
carrying a
Ultra
human-sized
Instinct.
dog everywhere he goes.
Basically, Shaggy knows Ultra Instinct and can just basically go blank mind and whoop everyone's butt. It's a running joke on the internet somewhere.
I mean, if you think about it, though, Shaggy's the one that's always carrying Scooby, and he's running still at full speed, so he's got to have some ultra strength.
Actually, I think it was one of the movies they did, because someone hypnotized him and made him think he was a tough guy. And he accidentally beat up everyone in a biker bar.
I believe that was the second one.
Because
The
he was so
second-
slippery and he kept knocking out and moving out of the way and hitting them with tables. And
I was about to do a Shaggy voice, but then I realized that was Curly from the Three Stooges. I was like, no, my childhood is
Yeah.
they're bleeding together.
It was either the second one or the third one where they go to the island. I think I remember what you're talking about, but yeah.
Oh man. Sorry, Hitala, you're in the middle of talking to these. Or did we finish talking to?
I mean, he basically gave us the information that it was a connection in his family to demonic blood or relations, and also by his more connection now through the plague, he was able to tap into his ability to use sorcery. I mean, if anything, it just showed us some positivity of the plague, I'd guess. Well, obviously, there's a lot of negative. People are dying, but
so it may be that this plague interacts with people who have demonic blood in them, but even if it's not enough to normally interact with, it brings it out to the surface.
What I found funny about the plague was that it was already part of your story, but through our journeys, it just happened to coincide around COVID. So it was like,
oh, it really did. It was weird.
yeah, I thought it was crazy, but like, it was like he already had it planned out well in advance, and then it was just like, oh well, we're doing that this episode. Wonder where that came from. It's like, no, that's not where it came from. It was already planned, pre-planned. Global pandemics have been a thing for ever.
But we started playing online because of COVID. So,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
because we did start our first few in person.
Our first 3 sessions were in person.
I had all the miniatures. I have a whole box here filled with stuff that I was using for setting up the board and little miniatures and maps and everything. Now I can't use any of that stuff because we're doing it online.
It would be nice. It would be nice to go to a tabletop. Not gonna lie.
It is nice, but I now realize it's so ugly, and I like doing these maps and
Yeah, the
tokens
problem
and-
right now is we wouldn't even know how to properly play with actual dice.
The math
Absolutely.
alone.
I have learned how to play Pathfinder through
Well, not even
Forge.
that. Imagine trying to play in person when Needip casts a spell that does 12d8 damage.
It's like, oh, that's an 8, and honestly, we'd just be like, hey, we just need to pull up the thing and all have laptops. Although I guarantee you, Kylie would be over there. I'm using my dice. Y'all gonna count? We're gonna count.
I have so many dice. It's not even funny.
Hey,
Don't even get to use
have
them.
a lot of dice, so yeah, I understand exactly how you feel. I have
Yeah,
the
well.
traditional Crown Royal dice bag.
I have my one bag of dice that has all of it in it, and sometimes I just throw them for fun because I love rolling dice.
About 12 sets that I still have the entire sets. And then I have a bag filled with those that don't fit any set. Because I've been playing this game since longer than Eve has been alive. And I've been buying dice regularly since then. It's like, oh, starting a new campaign. Let's buy a new set of dice so I can have a whole new set to play with. Oh, that last set, that wasn't no good. It has no good rolls left. Let me buy a new one.
Right? Oh, that one failed me. Failed.
When
Or
we
just go on
initially
there
started
and
playing, I was
Oh, it's
thinking of
pretty.
doing a when we finished the campaign, doing like a little like a poster or like a side by side of like the original and how I ended, and then have like the dice set into the frame or something like that.
Yep.
Yep.
COVID changed everything. Anyway, sorry for that tangent, guys. My bad.
Okay, so unless you have anything else for him, he's going back to his practice.
I mean, I guess we got our info from them. Do we want to make the sword?
Yeah, yeah, we can do that.
I
mean,
can
I can
probably, I
keep
can
them-
help
I-
you a little bit, but I know that you're wanting that connection to the creation power from Needip.
I do
Which
want to
is-
finish because I think I had stopped, but I want to try to finish putting the fire crown into the sword. I don't know if I ever stated that that was going to be finished.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. You have a crayon of fire?
Rayon of fire?
Yeah.
Brown?
Hey, I don't know if you're going to be using a forge or anything like that. I can keep it going, or I can go practice at the shooting range.
Nidep was going to help me.
Okay, so
He's
I'll
helped
go
me with
practice.
that.
I'll go practice at shooting range with my death ability.
I was going to do
Try
that and then go down into the old ancient ruins way underground and
The ancient laboratory.
fire up the old fire crystal.
Yeah, Kyrus
Mhm.
and Eritane are working on getting that restored still.
Okay, well, just let me know if you need me. I'm going to be trying to work on my creation powers and trying to better infuse death into my arrows.
Okay.
Infuse death into his arrows.
So there's
Yeah,
there's
that's
the
part of my
sword I'm
element
working on,
list.
also the communion I want to be working on throughout all this as well.
Mhm.
What's the closest we could do to get him the sword? We might have to come back to him.
I mean, to bring it to him, yeah, but he's gonna. Well, is he gonna come to Bergenmeyer? I
They
can't
told
remember. I don't
us,
think he was.
was
They
it-
gave you names for scurrying
yeah,
Yeah.
and gave a piece of one of the dragons,
Yep.
which you do need to use the key and send it to the king.
Oh, well, we do that. We need to get the piece to the.
Lich King.
Yeah.
Ormandius. I thought Ormandius did his thing already. He told us about the 6 adult dragons, the oldest daughter that was tasked with guarding the door at the bottom of the castle. Might have a hard time luring her out, so we might need to be ready to
Okay,
fight
then
her.
you already did give it to him. Because I remember y'all did go visit him.
Yeah. Yeah, we got information on the inner workings and things of that nature.
So we found out about the slaves.
Yeah. The slaves that they were using trying to open the door, they got burned up.
Oh,
And she got-
Core. You do have 2 healing potion graders.
I used one in the last fight.
One was hidden in your other pouch.
You
Uh,
sure
One
that
that
other
did-
pouch wasn't his destroyed?
Hit the destroyed pouch.
No, it's the regular pouch on his belt.
Yeah.
I put them together so at least they're side by side now.
Okay.
I was looking at your character sheet and I saw that.
You already
Hey, so
had a
guys, I
healing
found-
potion.
I found a healing potion. Look at this.
Well, why were you in his pants?
No, I was acting as if that was core. Like, hey guys, I found it.
Oh, well, you're not core. You're a
Oh, I
core.
know, I'm not core, but I'm acting as core. I heard him say it just a second ago, and then he came over to us and told us. So,
So then you just repeated it.
yeah, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go drop off whatever this piece of dragon is. Why did my voice do that?
I don't know.
If I could have kept that though, that would have been a decent Atala with a little bit of a.
Yeah, actually.
Wait, you mean the piece that we already dropped off?
The pizza? What?
Piece?
Kind of pizza?
Are you taking this dragon piece to another person?
I'm confused now.
What?
Did we drop it off?
Who are we
Andy-
taking this dragon piece to?
I think we already did that, didn't we?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm pretty
man.
sure we did that.
All right.
Anyways, the day is past and it's the next morning. It was an all quiet night. I'm assuming you used one of your potions last night.
All to the house. Yes.
All through the house, Core was drinking his potion.
Quiet as a mouse.
As quiet as a mouse.
Because now it is new moon day.
Hey, so the giant goose running around is not terrifying to anybody. Is
There's a
midnight-
giant goose!
What? Let's kill it and have it for
Is
dinner.
midnight up to antics?
No, remember, midnight is the bird now. The pretty emperor bird.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He forgot.
Get retcon
Does that-
4
does
times.
Yeah.
No, it's hard
Yeah,
to
no problem.
remember.
does that cause effect of people like they're like, oh wow, I've never seen one of those.
I mean, there's been a chicken.
Most
running
of
around the
them
whole
don't
time.
know what it is, but they do know it looks like a pretty bird.
You feel a weight on your shoulder.
Is it midnight?
That did not pace very well.
It might be midnight. I just don't know if I'm probably asleep if it's midnight.
Well, that one doesn't have an image like the rest of them do.
Interesting.
So should I be working on the rings at this time that I wanted to work on, or is that previous time that we were dealing with?
How many of them are you making?
I
5.
think it's 5.
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
because
that'll
Core
take you
has
5
one.
full days.
Right. We did have some shopping downtime that we talked about having a. I don't know how long that was going to be.
We did shopping way back in the Southern Kingdom. We're just getting it notated.
Yeah.
This
But
is
we
this
also
was before a card. I mean, yeah, before a card drowned himself.
yes. But I mean, I would have had the knowledge of us needing electricity defense at that time, correct?
Correct.
Although, when did you get the? I could have been making. Question is, would I have known you would have had one?
The ring.
You still
The
would
The
have been
ring came
making.
from the underwater cave.
Right. So you got it after we had that downtime. So if I made some in that downtime, I might have actually made 6.
Can I wear 2 and have 25 resistance?
No, they specifically say they don't stack. I believe.
Well, that was in the middle of your creation, and that was
What?
what?
You knew my mom and dad?
Oh my god.
That was in the middle of your 5-day build, correct? So I'm pretty sure that Core would have let you know, hey, I found this ring as we come up. So
I mean, I don't
you
know.
could have made 3
I coulda-
rings by that point.
It's possible.
So, just saying. Because we started jumping around after
Didn't you
he
say
got the
you were
ring.
also creating something else while we were camping in the grotto?
Me?
Yeah. I felt like there was
I don't
something you
think so.
wanted. You
There's
special.
so I've been slowly working on the extend legs.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's one thing
Yeah.
that I was working on. But there's actually, as I went through some notes today, there's been so many times that I was like, I'm gonna work on this, I'm gonna work on this, and then it just got lost in oblivion, apparently.
I think way back
Because
at like level 4, I said I'm gonna work with Eve on learning Elvish.
oh
Got
yeah,
all
I was
about
supposed
it.
to be working on learning Dwarven. Yeah, there's a lot of things like that. But no, there's like all stuff that I was like building or making because like looks like one of the ideas I had was creating a dagger that had a vial in it. I think I was gonna have it where it could have like holy water in it. I also talked about possibility of doing holy water and using my sling staff to sling the holy water at them because I suck at throwing stuff apparently.
But then, yeah, well, yeah. Because there was a
Can the
thing
bottle
where
have like a
throwing stuff.
little bullet inside of it,
I mean, why not?
or
Like
is it a bullet that'll crack open?
So it's like half holy
whatever it
water,
is
half
that I need to
bullet.
make to be able to throw holy water. That was the idea back then. Because I picked up I was like I need holy
How
water
did you
because I
miss an
want to be able to
entire dragon?
it was, exactly. It was like this is why I don't want this anymore. It sucks.
I threw 2 vials, and missed both times. And I'm like,
Yeah,
it's a
because
dragon. How do I miss a dragon?
it's because you're not trained in throwing jars.
Yeah, but I can throw rocks all the time, and no problem.
I know. It's why it's so funky. It's like if I put it in the
Yeah.
sling staff, I can hit no problem. If I use my hand, I don't know what I'm doing with this. Just the way the game works.
Oh,
Yeah, so that was one of my ideas. Trying to remember what some of the others were because as I was going through them, I was like, "Wow, I had all these wonderful little ideas." One of them I did get to finish. I gave it to Eve. She still has it. That was actually her idea though. But
Okay. So y'all gonna spend 5 days now?
if we're doing it now, I mean that's what I need to do. I mean,
Okay.
I need to roll some stuff.
Not done.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think your time that you may or may not be here pretty well coincides with the time that Nita Nita will not be here.
Now he was supposed to be ready to be back next week.
Yeah, so the
So that means-
November thing until November would be good for everybody. I'll be back.
Man, right back to back like that?
All right. It rained all 5 days.
I mean, then that would definitely make me want to be inside.
On day 3, you got word back from the kobolds.
I'm gonna throw some rain into the Sirens Gate.
So the kobolds want to meet in the room.
All right.
Right?
Okay. You get to the room, and the kobold ambassador is there. Greetings.
Hello.
This is definitely Eve's territory. We already.
What's up, bro?
Yes, the scouts are inside the fort, and they have managed to get their report back, and they are going to be heading out. We have determined the number of creatures guarding the interior. It looks like they have created several golems inside. I believe there's one iron golem and a couple of stone golems that they've created to guard. And then there is the mistress's daughter. She has decided that she doesn't want to leave the castle anymore, so you may have to fight her. And possibly some golems too.
Good job.
And they do not appear to allow many other monsters in the area. They didn't let us get too close, but we did manage to find out about the humans that they've kept underneath. They're using the humans to attempt to break through the doorway, hammering with ordinary tools and occasionally firing spells at it, to see if they've broken through enough for a spell to work. We do not think the door will last for too much longer because they've almost gotten a hole through it. But it is very, very hard stone, like the hard stone we have at home.
Like ancient stone?
Yeah, we've determined that.
Yes.
Yes.
We did manage to sneak in one night and strengthen the hole so it's not as small as it was. They did not notice.
Nice.
Good job, guys. Nice.
Otherwise, they probably would have been through within a week. But now we think at least it'll be a month before they're through.
Fantastic job, guys.
And the room may have undead in the room. We didn't manage to get in, but we did detect that there are undead inside that room.
Are you think they're guards protecting it? Or are they just there?
I do not know. I know does not belong to the dragons.
Behind the door, there, the Kiminoans, that was their last area.
That was
Held
the
back.
last stand of the last living Kiminoans.
So them being undead there would not be surprising.
Yes. And they give you enough information that you can increase your map, and you now have a lot of the interior, including they mapped out the entire path you'd have to go to get into the castle from the hidden point. They went through the castle to find their way out, and then went back to make sure no one was seen.
Did you
They
have
do
any?
that way is trapped, so you will have to be careful.
I was about to ask. Did you have any troubles along your way? And you
We
explained
flew, so we watched the traps, but we did not set any of them off.
it. Okay. Well, we have people that can take care of that.
Yes, most of the traps appear to be dwarven made. The castle does have a lot of things that make it look like a dwarven citadel as well.
You mean by structures and such?
Yes,
Structures and such.
the style
Yeah.
and artwork are similar to our home, just different clan affiliation.
I think we may have knew that it was possible dwarven.
The Kiminoans like to take the dwarven fortresses and turn them into their own, because they were trying to exterminate the dwarves. And from the bookshelf read, y'all know that they personally exterminated at least 3 fortresses.
We've been to them all, haven't we? Well, maybe minus the one that we're
I know
about
you've
to
been
go
to 2 of them.
Yeah.
But that is all that we've discovered. Although the dragons do occasionally bring new monsters in, if they don't work, they kill them, and they'll try again with something else. They're trying to find better guards because they think the golems are dumb. Because golems are dumb.
Yeah.
The Iron Golem is the personal pet of the dragon mistress. She created it. Apparently, she is a powerful sorceress, I think. Or wizard, I am not certain. Do you have any questions?
You said it was a golem?
Yes.
Is it a stone golem?
Iron.
There's one
Iron-
iron golem,
iron
and then there are a couple stone golems as well. The iron golem was created by the mistress.
You happen to see any of these attacks for her destruction?
The what?
You said she destroyed some of the golems. Or was it her minions that did so?
No, they would bring in other monsters to see if they were suitable for keeping in defense of the base.
And yes, you said they destroyed them.
Yes.
Did you see how they destroyed them?
She exclaimed at least once in the presence of our scout that they are tasty.
So she ate them.
Yes.
Okay. I was just trying to glimpse maybe possible attacks of how she would devour us squishy beings, much less a golem.
Chomp, chomp.
Yeah, chomp chomp.
Thank you.
I'm racking my brain for golem or for cobalt, but do you think we have any chance? From what you've seen, do you think we have any chance of success?
If you keep the creatures of busy out of the fort, it would just be you versus the daughter. maybe the golem to one of the golems, but you should be able, because they are spread throughout the fortress as defenders.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Mostly depends on how loud and obnoxious you are on your way in.
All right, cool. I'm good with that. There's a chance. Thank you so much for your dedication and your willingness to brave your own lives. Thank you.
Anything for Hida, lady.
Yeah, do you want some bacon?
Sure.
A car?
Oh, hey, look, I got some bacon. It's already pre-cooked. You can
He's
eat
like, very good bacon. Thank you.
it. Just ask. If you need more bacon, I'll get it for you.
We'll ask spider people.
Absolutely.
They make wonderful cake. Never had cake before.
Oh yes, their strawberry cake is to die for. Not
Mhm.
literally, but yeah.
Crunchy
You know what I
bits
mean.
even better. Okay, bye now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks again.
And he wanders off.
So I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to do this. I know not everything's in place, but I'm excited. I think this has been the most prepared for a fight that we've been in at least 2 months.
You know what? That's what makes me the most worried about it.
Oh wow! Because I'm excited, or that
No,
we're
no,
prepared?
because we're prepared.
Oh yeah, I don't share your.
Oh, that's
I'm-
fine.
I'm super
don't-
excited.
Are you guys gonna be okay? This like your first lower spat? You guys disagree?
Huh?
What?
No, I mean I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Car's kind of bouncing around like, yeah, I never been this prepared. Let's do it.
Now his enthusiasm is beginning to worry me.
He's gonna. We're
It's
gonna.
like looking at him like,
Look,
okay.
no, okay, all right, Hatal, look down there. Look at the people that we brought in. Like, look how prepared
You don't
we are.
have to. I
Like-
know how prepared we
like,
are.
look-
I
look at,
understand.
like-
The more that you try and reassure me, the more I'm like, something's gonna happen that we're not ready for.
Remember the last time we had a good plan? We were all tiny in a car. We're like, "Have a nice day" to the other cultists.
Hey, hold on. That worked out. I don't know about you guys, but that worked out.
That was just
You
from the
don't know
pure
how that worked out.
confuse that death cultist was.
It was like a good day.
Hey, it worked. Okay, it worked. It absolutely worked, and we're good. So we gotta stay positive. Okay.
Hey, if you remember though, but that particular, let me remind you of this. That worked. We got into there, but the next thing we had to deal with a red dragon that we did not necessarily know we were going to have to deal with, and from that, things we didn't know, we solved the entire rest of the plan by staging the people that killed the dragon were from there.
hey,
It worked out because we
Hey.
didn't know stuff.
we start with a plan, we go with the plan, and then we improv. We just make it happen. See, that's what we do. That's how we do this.
That's why it worries me. We have it too planned now.
Oh, it's gonna be all right. We're gonna be fine.
Now we are looking at though, if we have to fight the dragon, we have not put ourselves in a position of dealing with the acid attacks. We have one scroll, so
I thought that's what the scroll was intended for.
does the scroll cover all of us?
It
Yes.
hit 5 people at once.
Cool.
Yes.
Then we're good.
That's why we got one scroll. It's because we could do a group
I
scroll.
I didn't catch that part of the thing that it would cover. It would get 5 people.
Mhm.
I thought maybe that was the case, but I wasn't really worried about it because I didn't think we were dealing with a dragon at the time.
Yeah.
And
It's 5
We're
people at
media-
once with a 15 resistance.
so, but you see my point though already. We have already run into something we weren't planned for, but we did plan for it. So I guess it's all right.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. We planned for it.
All right.
Can you? There's like a Morse code beeping going on. I think in Sirenscape.
That's a message. He's saying, "Please help. Atala's annoying me."
All right.
Oh, that was music of enormous spaces.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
When y'all do decide to make your way there, it'll take 2 days to get to the fort, to the good guys' fort, and then from there, it'll take a day of going through the swamp till you get close to the fort, and then a day of sneaking up to the castle.
Okay, 2 days to get to Fort Walden.
And
Well,
one
stress.
day of moving fairly normally through the swamp, the edges of the swamp, and then one day of sneaking up to the fortress that you're trying to get to.
So 4 days of travel.
Which means you need to coordinate that either as soon as you get into the fortress, the secret entrance, start the attack plan, or after you've gotten in and you're about to enter the main keep. It's your choice how soon to fire it off. But that means you need to start getting everyone there, because it'll take everyone who's going to show up at the fort 2 days to get there, unless y'all bring your cart to the fort, turn on the portal there, and bring everyone from the tree to there.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I think that's a better idea.
And it'll give us a chance to scan everybody as they go through. See if we got any infiltrators.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
So, that being the plan, it'll be 2 days of y'all's traveling, and then everyone would need to come to the tree and then teleport to the fort. Fort Walsh. And if that's the case, then you probably need to go ahead and give the message whenever y'all head out to start amassing at the tree. And tell the dragons that it'll be 4 days before you need them to do their flyby.
All right. We're doing this. We're doing this. Let's go. So excited.
And I
Sorry.
recommend that when you get to the fort, you meet with the captain of the fort and make sure he's okay with the giant spider that's going to be coming by that's nearly the size of his building.
Yeah, I probably should. Yeah, I probably should let him know.
I mean,
hey, so
That was
Spiders-
Kyrus's job, was to let Fort Walsh know the plan. So
Mm-hmm.
he
Yeah,
should
but
at
I'm
least have
saying
told
you might
him.
want to make sure, because there's a lot of trigger-happy guards. They might be terrified of a spider bigger than a building.
Yeah, don't attack the spider. That would be bad. You
Well,
wouldn't
if they couldn't
survive.
take out the black dragon, then they can't take out the spiders.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying it's gonna be bad for them, not the spider. The spider will be fine.
All right.
Ooh.
Is it still raining?
No, it is finally cleared up after the end of that. Alright, so now, Hatala, you need to make 5 crafting rolls.
Oh. Make them good.
It'd be cool if I could click on here and like do it. I want to do this 5 times, but don't see that.
Alright.
Ooh, somebody's getting a battle. One more, right? Come on! Ah, that's pretty good.
Okay. All but one are pretty good rolls. I'll allow you to use a hero point for that one day.
Come on, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. I mean, Mama needs a new pair of shoes because I'm a girl.
DC is based on the level of the item, and that being a level 10. All right. You managed to create all 5 rings without any major trouble.
Yeah.
One of the rings ended up costing half as much to make.
Mm.
Ooh. Note that one down. What'd you do on that one?
Sometimes when you hit the hammer to the metal, it just does the right thing rather than the wrong thing. A little better than other times.
Well, I know. That's
Can't
what I'm
can't
saying.
just repeat it. Just
I don't know anything about crafting, but whatever you did on that one,
why
try
are
to
you
replicate.
watching me? This is creepy.
Standing behind you every
find
single day.
no, I find it extremely fascinating. I don't know much about crafting. Yeah, I just find it. I mean, I've been watching you pick locks and detect for traps and disarm traps. I mean, I find you strangely fascinating.
Okay. So which type of ring did you make for everyone?
Electricity.
See if I can do this the nice way first.
Just for everybody to know, we have 6,025 gold.
There we go. Finally found the distant hammers for Hatala's crafting. They're in the forge.
Oh, Hatala
Sorry, I
gets
had-
crafting, but I don't for my sword.
Well, you didn't spend
so
5
much-
rolls to do stuff.
Do so much more for her.
I have so much stuff on my Cyberscapes that I'm having to read every single line, and I have like 20 lines.
Be like that sometimes.
I have 20 lines of sounds, of everybody's different sounds. Luckily, Eve's are all one shots, so they're easy because they're at the bottom. Some people's are music. I love your You ready for a Eve Holy Weapon?
Very calming.
This whole
All right, so
And then-
everyone has the ring on their sheet now.
Yay! More rings. I need more. I need to cover all 5 fingers
You only have 5 fingers?
on each hand.
Hey, Charles already had a ring of electricity.
Ah,
He was the only one that didn't get one.
I can probably just take it off myself.
Unless he needs to
I got
drag
it.
and drop it
Okay.
to somebody else.
He got the messed up one. We'll sell that.
no, he's got the better one.
I
didn't
can
have them
confirm
yet.
they do not stack.
I removed it. All right. So I think this might be a good stopping point because when next we meet, we'll be marching to the castle.
Into the castle. You know what? I'm gonna not
Or
march. I am going to ride on Core's shoulder.
And I'm gonna cast Shadow Steed and ride on that.
I'm gonna ride on Midnight next
know.
to you guys.
As we ride, I'm gonna slowly fall down to be behind him, and then just disappear. Nobody can see me anymore.
Get under my cloak.
Into shadow. Yeah.
Core! Hatala fell off.
Pull off.
He has a humpback now.
We gotta go back.
What
Hatala
is
fell
this?
off.
What is this fey trickery?
No, she fell off. Look at her. She fell off. Look back.
Okay. But we will be stopping there then.
Alrighty.
All right.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you, everybody.
Be a little while.
And if anyone's watching or looking, we will not be playing for sure next weekend, at least the campaign, because I will be out of town. And the weekend after that, it's up in the wind. I will most likely be out of town, but there's a chance, even if I'm out of town, there's Wi-Fi there, so I might be able to play. Just depends.
So there's a good chance we'll see y'all in November. If not, we'll see you a week earlier.
Yeah, and then we'll go into all the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the intermittent playstyle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's not already like that most
We
of the time.
we might get through this castle by the end of the year.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping, at the very least.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can start a new year with a new campaign. Who knows?
New campaign,
Probably
this isn't the
new
end, dude.
new characters
this
because ours
is-
are gonna die.
Oh,
This
this
isn't-
whole dragon thing has been a campaign in my mind.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying that, we ain't even gone to the BBEG right now.
Oh yeah, I know. We need to start building chapters so we have designations of where we are in the
We did.
campaign.
Chapter 1 was, well, you had the intro with Willem, and then you
yeah.
had chapter
Those,
1 of
I wasn't
Bastul,
there.
then chapter 2 of Lonely Mountain,
I wasn't there.
chapter 3, like we did we do Zan and then the Islands?
I feel
Then-
like there was some other stuff mixed because we came
Well,
to the tree.
Or when did
Yeah,
we go to Ormandius? Well, we
'cause
did
I-
did the
You're not even talking about the tree right now. We came
Yeah.
to the tree.
Yeah, yeah. So we're on like chapter.
oh
11
yeah,
right
chapter
now.
3 would be the tree, finding the tree, and then the Adventurers Guild. Well, we did Lonely Mountain, and then we got into the Adventurers Guild. We did Orm, the Desert of Orm. Did the Deadlands.
Just tell me.
Well, we
that
actually went to
chapter
the
10
northern. We did the Hags before we did.
I mean, I can give you a title of the chapter.
Well, what am I doing?
Just tell me.
I just need to be quiet.
Just tell me that chapter 10 was discovering the awesome Akar.
It's like the longest goodbye.
That was chapter 10.
I don't know. Just tell me because I don't like 11. I like 10.
Well, what if it was 9?
Oh, one away from being great.
All right, so Will's gonna have all the chapters listed out by the next time we come back. So till next time.
And go.
Bye.
You almost had it done.
everybody.
See you guys later on the next time. Peace.